morning. Good morning from the Hideway and also the Bullock County Historical Society. Today's sponsors of our Tidbit are Dr. Larry Hubbard, Lee Hill and Johnston Insurance, and Manac Signature Properties. I can say with all certainty that Larry, Pratt, John, and Todd are not only very good friends of me personally, but are great citizens of our town. The longest road in Georgia is from Hope You Like It to Millen. I'm sure it's about 100 miles, don't you think so? Millen is the county seat of Jenkins County, Georgia. It was settled in 1835 and named 79 due to its distance in miles from Savannah. In 1854, the Central of Georgia Railway and the Georgia Railway connected at 79, and the town became known as Millen's Junction, after McPherson Millen, the superintendent of the Central of Georgia. During the Civil War, a site for a prisoner of war camp to house Union soldiers was chosen about 5 miles from Millen. Because of its proximity to the springs, providing drinking water, and its closest to the Augusta and Savannah Railroad. The camp had an area of 42 acres, and it was holding over 10,000 men. It was said to be the largest prison camp in the world at that time. It was built by slave labor and a group of Union prisoners of pine timber harvested on the site. The walls of the stockade measured 12 to 15 feet. On December 3rd, 1864, Sherman's march to the city passed right through the town of Millen. Prior to the arrival of the Union troops, Confederate soldiers evacuated the Camp Lawton prisoners to Savannah. Several years ago, Bill and I, along with BCH members Virgil and Sylvia Harville, spent a day with Professor John Dearden of East Georgia State College on his annual pilgrimage of sites associated with Sherman's march through East Georgia. One of our stops was Camp Lawton. There's not much here, and we must remember that this was only used as a prison camp for less than 6 weeks. Dr. Durden is author of a book entitled The World's Largest Prison, The Story of Camp Lawton. The town of Millen was rebuilt after the Civil War, and in 1881, the city of Millen was incorporated by act of the Georgia State Legislature. The summer of 1919 was called the Red Summer due to a number of race riots throughout America. Millen did not escape this, and white mobs burned down and killed a number of people in Millen. My goodness, the old adage, history does repeat itself, is true. I'm sad. Magnolia Springs State Park is about 5 miles north of Millen towards Perkins, Georgia. It's named for the crystal clear spring water that flows through the area. For many years, this area became a popular recreation destination used for picnics, church gatherings, reunions, and swimming for the local citizens. These citizens pushed for the development of the area, and it officially became a state park way back in 1939. I didn't know that. Much of the infrastructure of the park was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps, known as the CCC. The CCC dammed the spring-fed stream to create a large swimming area. It built roads, bathhouses, and other park buildings. Adjacent to the park was once the Millen National Fish Hatchery, which had 25 ponds that raised sport and endangered fish. It was also home to a popular aquarium where visitors could observe native and raised fish. This was the first aquarium that I remember ever visiting. I was about 5 years old and went with a group from Miss Pound's kindergarten. Well, that's for another tidbit. The hatchery was closed in the year 2010 by the federal government. Today, Magnolia Springs is a very popular destination in southeast Georgia. It offers fishing, boating, camping, cottage rentals, hiking, biking, and camping in a historically rich area of our state. In 1912, Thomas Daniel built a 50-room hotel at Winthrop Avenue and Gray Street, and he named it for his wife, Estelle Parker Daniel. This hotel, the Hotel Estelle, was the hotel in this part of Georgia. The prominent Daniels family lived on Cotton Avenue, Millen. Here is a beautiful postcard of Cotton Avenue taken from the steps of the Daniels home. The horse-drawn carriage and live oak trees evoke ideas of times long ago. Here is a postcard of the depot in Millen. The train traffic brought Millen much success at the turn of the last century, early 1900s. Millen was the junction point for trains running between Savannah, Macon, Atlanta, Augusta, and it became known as a mecca for drummers, an old term for traveling salesmen. Their mission was to drum up business. The hotel building was Spanish architecture with a tile roof and long arched vestibule. Adorning the entrance to the lobby were 2 6-foot blue and white urns. Ooh, I'd love to have them. There were carved rams on the fountain, and it also had skylights. On the second floor were sitting rooms where guests enjoyed coffee, playing rook, writing letters. Does anyone do this anymore except for me? And simply enjoying a conversation with other guests. How charming. There was even a roof garden complete with a goldfish pond. Sunday dinner was a feast, and one dish that was served was squab on toast. Not me. On Saturday nights, orchestras came from Augusta to play for dances. How marvelous. As the years slipped by, the name of the hotel changed to the Millen Hotel. A sprinkler system was added and air conditioning. It was widely popular during the heyday of the Woodpecker Trail, U.S. Highway 121, which runs from Maine to Florida. Bill and I had a farm on Highway 121 one time. 2 Georgia governors were born in Millen, Melvin Thompson and Nathan Deal. In the early summer, I traveled to Millen often to visit my friend Linda Newton. Her peach orchards are simply fabulous. She also sells her Ogeechee peaches at the States Forest Farmers Market. Well, gotta go. Think I'm gonna go slice me a peach for breakfast. Thanks for sharing some time with me. Bye.